Downstairs neighbors wouldn't turn down music and nuked them from orbit. Ever wondered what it's like to live in a never-ending concert? I'm Alex, and this is the story of how I turned into the neighbor from hell to get some peace and quiet. It all started in 2015 when I moved into my first apartment in Oakwood. The place was perfect. An old house converted into a 2-floor apartment right across from my girlfriend Emma's parents. Little did I know, I was about to enter a world of sleepless nights and constant frustration. At first, the downstairs neighbor, Dave, seemed okay. He'd turn down his music if I texted him. But then his girlfriend, Lisa, moved in. Suddenly, our quaint little home became ground zero for what felt like a 24/7 rave. The bass from their speakers would shake our floors. I'm not exaggerating. Pictures would rattle on the walls, and sometimes objects would vibrate right off our shelves. It wasn't just music either. Their shouting matches became a regular feature, their voices carrying through the thin floors as if they were in the room with us. I'm a heavy sleeper, so initially, I could power through it. But Emma? She's like a princess from that fairy tale with the pea under the mattress. She needs conditions just short of a sensory deprivation tank to sleep. Fan angled just right, blackout curtains taped to the wall, and silence so complete you could hear a pin drop. We tried to be reasonable. I'd text Dave asking them to turn it down after 11 p.m. Sometimes he'd comply, but more often, the volume would mysteriously increase. Lisa started banging on the ceiling with a broom handle whenever we so much as walked across our living room. The situation got worse when Emma got pregnant. The constant noise and stress were taking a toll on her health. We couldn't even enjoy quiet moments at home. Watching TV became an exercise in constantly adjusting the volume to hear over their racket. One night, after a particularly loud bass drop shook loose a framed photo that shattered on our floor, I knew something had to change. That's when I decided to fight fire with fire, or in this case, noise with even more noise. I borrowed my dad's massive concert speakers and set up what I affectionately called the Beast. The coffee table was sacrificed to make room for this monstrosity. When I tested it out, the vibrations were so intense they made my vision blur. I crafted a playlist from hell, discordant sine waves, looped marching band music, repetitive jingles, and anything else I could think of that would drive a person mad. For 3 days straight, I unleashed audio warfare within legal hours. The old house groaned under the assault. I'm pretty sure I saw plaster dust falling from the ceiling at one point. On the 4th day, Dave texted me, "Okay, man, you win, we'll keep it down." But I wasn't done. I wanted to make sure the lesson stuck. They tried complaining to the landlord and even the police, but I made sure to stay within noise ordinance limits. Eventually, blissful silence reigned in our little apartment. As we were moving out a year later, I caught Dave and Lisa watching us from their window. The look of relief on their faces was almost comical. Sometimes, to win the war against noise, you have to become the noise, and in this case, it was music to my ears.